Live from the USA, helping you get paid every day. This is the boss of Bitcoin, the Cristo of crypto. It's your boy BK. And if you don't like me, you must not like money. Thank you for joining me, everybody. Today is December 27th, 2017. And as you can see, Bitcoin is still north of $15,000. Hiding in the shadows has been Bitcoin Cash holding its own. It's about to enter a new cycle, break out, and make some real deal money. So if you just now joining us, baby, welcome to the money team. We've been making money. Where you been? The doors are always open. 18,000 subscribers from almost 180 different countries around the world come together every day in our crypto community. So again, hit that red button. And if you haven't done it already, check out bossofbitcoin.com for some more crypto resources if you're just getting started. And then come on in and welcome to the money team. We are going live into our Facebook group right now. If this is your first time tuning in, congratulations, baby. You are now rocking with the best. My name is BK. My friends know me as the crypto trader, and I am the boss of these charts, as you will soon find out. Every day I grace this microphone with my voice is a day you get to profit as a result, and today is no exception. So with that being said, guys, check it out. #1 Bitcoin group in the world, #1 Bitcoin. Type it in on Facebook. Come on in. The doors are always open. 19,000 of my best friends come together 7 days a week to help each other stay empowered and help each other stay in profit in this cryptoverse. So what I'm doing right now, everybody, is I am clicking right here on this post that we just put up right when we started this video. And all you need to do to win is share the video. My man, Create with Thought, said, great stuff. Thank you, Marcelo. Trade like a boss. Thank you, sir. All right, here we go. What's today's date? 12/27. What's the difference between that 15? 1 + 5 is 6. Let's go 6 up from the bottom. Big Ishtaman. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Look at this. Big B and bam. Learn it. It's our future. Fiat doesn't work for the people. Go to the people's coin. Look at that. Look at that. Like attracts like. The fractals follow the least path of resistance. Thank you for your knowledge and sharing your insight to your network. And as a result, the universe has selected you for the winner of the day. So send me a message on Facebook with your ETH wallet. I will send you a couple bucks ETH as a token of my appreciation. Thank you for joining us, Big Ben. I do appreciate it. I don't think I've seen you in the group before. That's pretty cool, man. I love that triangle. Love the, fractal geometry you got there. I'm gonna ask to be your friend. That's pretty cool, man. Everybody else, again, if you want to try to make some money, just come live on the air. I try to do these videos 7 days a week, right? Because the money don't sleep. So I'm on here 5, 6, 7 days a week. There you go. Let's go ahead and talk about today's video. I said this once. I said this twice. Maybe the third time somebody will listen. There is a storm a-coming across the sea. And the cryptoverse is going to be the new field that this next phase is played on. What I think is happening is, we're just seeing the latest and greatest chapter in a book that was written long, long ago before we ever came to be. BTC, BCH, red, blue, east, west, old, new, left, right. It's all polarized. It's all 1 versus 2, 2 versus 1. But at the end of the day, none of that really matters because a lot of the decisions that they make behind the scenes to proliferate this, uh, eternal conflict has already taken its course in the markets. The markets know everything. So we just used a little bit of that insight to make some money on our next trade. What I'm telling you right now is it doesn't matter if you prefer Bitcoin or Bitcoin Cash. The market prefers Bitcoin Cash for this next cycle, right? So you could tell the broke bloggers that, you know, bought Bitcoin at $18,000 and they want to see Bitcoin $60,000 and they want Bitcoin Cash to fail. Tell them it's not going to happen. BK been telling you that Bitcoin Cash was a buy since I did a 7-minute chart the first day it came out at $225. If you don't believe it, just check the YouTube channel. You know what I'm saying? Men lie, women lie, numbers don't lie. And I came on there with the Denzel Washington meme and said trading day, scared money don't make none. And I said at $225, Bitcoin Cash was a buy. And now here it is, 3,000, and you still got some people hating on it. So what I'm telling you is don't let these broke bloggers cost you money, right? The market accounts for everything, right? Even in these exchanges, you have tens of thousands, if not millions, hundreds of thousands of transactions that occur every day. Buyer, seller, buyer, seller, buyer, seller, right? And all we do is summarize all of that information into a few candles, a few trend lines, a few intersections, a few cycles, and say, okay, given all that information, we can expect BAM to happen. And that's what's going to happen right now. BCH is about to break out. This guy over here is going to sit down for a little while, and this guy over here is going to stand tall. And that's what's happening behind the scenes with the dollar and the wine and the gold and, you know, all this stuff that YouTube don't want nobody with any type of sense talking about. That's why I've demonetized my channel. I now own my own voice. YouTube does not. They're merely a platform that I'm using at the moment to communicate to my audience. But please believe a change is coming on that horizon as well. But until then, let's take it for what it is. East versus West, red versus blue, right versus left. Same story, new chapter. Bitcoin versus Bitcoin Cash, BCH. Guess what the market values right now? BCH. BCC, depending on what exchange you're using. Again, all the new people, tradingview.com. What I'm going to do is I'm going to publish this chart on my page as soon as we're done with it, you know. And again, we're going to be walking through a 343-minute chart. This is the Boss Method, patented intellectual property owned exclusively for the rights and replications of Brandon Kelly LLC. If you are a profit-seeking entity, a fiduciary, a hedge fund, a bank, some, you know, influencer, you know, trying to build your own market, no, you don't have my permission to use it. You never will. It's a method for the people, of the people, by the people, and it works quite well. So use it. Buy back your own freedom and enjoy the little bit of time you have on this life. Because a lot of that time has already been lost and compromised by powers that exceed our own. So here we go, bossofbitcoin.com. Check it out if this kind of stuff interests you. But what we see right away is that this thing is a buy right now. First things first, white over blue, you know what to do. Jump on board the cash train and go get paid. Bam! Right? What would you be sitting at right now on Bitcoin Cash? 80% in 8 days. That is not bad business, right? And since this thing doesn't have a lot of information, when I do the 343, I like to, you know, see a few months worth of data at least. And so that's been one of my struggles with Bitcoin Cash, is that the data just is not there. So I go down to a 77-minute, you know, and I draw a lot of my correlations from a 77-minute instead. What I'm going to use this point as right here is kind of like a solar plexus, you know, node reversal. This is basically when the chart, you know, stopped going down and started going up. And you would be able to see it on, you know, a full scale chart as well. So like, you know, you can see that this thing went all the way down. For the most part, went down over there, went up right there. And now we're in kind of this limbo area right? But still, nonetheless, that yellow point is still pretty influential. So that's one of the nodes that I focus on when I use this chart. Another node I'm going to focus on is this one right here, right? Because once it went up, it had to break down at some point. And that was actually a nice little part where all of those lines started to do their own little cycle. You see that? The white hit, bounced, hit, bounced, hit, bounced, boom. The red did the same thing inside that white. And then as a result, the blue came up and came back down, right? And then the blue did its little double dip, boom, right? And so this is a very influential point. When we draw our scale out from that point, we can see that a few things happen. We can see that this was a minimum, this was a maximum, and you're talking about local variance. If you understand statistics and harmony, this is like the amplified wave. Like this is just a dampener on it, like, you know, minimum, maximum, and this is like the new balance point. So we literally just like split that in the middle, boom, boom, and that's gonna be probably our bounce point on this thing, right about there, right? What does that get us? That gets us almost this exact same piece where that blue crossed the white, where the white is right now. So we're kind of building the metrics for a little bit of the buffer that you need to get this second wave of energy, because this energy has to come from somewhere. And so that's what I'm trying to show you guys, is it's already built into the chart. It's not a matter of, you know, oh, Roger Ver tweeted that he was having a meeting with, you know, some billionaire guy and now Bitcoin Cash went up 30%. No, 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 no. It doesn't work like that. This is how it works. You have highs, you have lows, you have balance points, and you have extensions. Those are the only things that matter, right? And so when we put a Fibonacci right here, boom, boom, you can see that basically we're coming right back down to that 786, which is going to give us the support we need to continue up even higher. Now, what we have built inside this thing, and that's our macro lines, right? The 77, these are our macro channels, right? So like the ceiling right now is 0.28, right? But right now we're at 0.162, right? So now what I'm going to do, because we're on a 77, I'm going to cut off this 7 and use the 21 and the red and the blue. This slows down my chart a little bit, right? Where if I just did peak to peak, you see I almost hit it on the head, but when I drop it down to that blue, look at that, right? That's where you start finding the resonance at in this thing, right? And if you just recalibrate it, peak to peak, you get the blue over the white. So you can kind of see how these angles and slopes talk to each other inside the chart, but I think this is good enough for our demonstration right now. So what does that mean? That means we can copy and paste this thing, throw it right over there, right where that thing crossed at. And now I'm just looking for agreement and alignment. I found that a few times just when I did that. First things first, you notice we already hit our cycle line on the 1.6. That's a huge node of resonance. Next thing, we hit our 1.0 on the next cycle line. That is not by mistake. That is by design. That's how the chart confirms the energy existing inside the chart. So what does that mean? That means that by this moment, right there, we're going to have a pretty major event. And that's 1-7. How did I get that moment? Well, I'm just going straight down the line. Right there. This is going to be our big event moment between there, there. All right. You can almost just draw a whole thing. This is basically going to be like all the energy in this chart is going to be centralized between those greens, right? And if it is down here, which I doubt, then it'll have a huge breakout. More than likely, it'll be somewhere north of that 786, if not that 1.0, and we'll be looking to go north of that 1.6 at that point. And that's just the energy in the chart coming to a full cycle. Because see exactly just what happened down here, right? When we threw it down there, when it finally crossed over, let's just rewind time, show you guys how it happened before. We'll use a light blue line right here. When it crossed that top money line right there, it started to transition to going up. And when it crossed the next one, it confirmed it. So that was like a little limbo swing zone area right before the cycle hit. And so maybe this will be the growth area. This is either going to be the limbo or the growth area. But I think we're in limbo right now. So I think this will be the growth area. Long story short, this is a definite buy. What you have is a descending triangle, but it has extremely, extremely strong support up under it. So you don't want to bet against this chart is what I'm saying, because even if you're betting against it, you know, then really all you have is that triangle to go down, and the rest of the energy is pushing the chart up. You know what I'm saying? So yes, you could go down, but that's technically the lowest you could go down given this cycle. And then you would have, you know, almost a super wave pulling this thing back up from the inside, right? And so more than likely, that's exactly what you have to look forward to with Bitcoin is you have a node in here that's going to be pulling it higher. It may fall a little bit, but then you have this, you know, Magna Carta node up here. And that's probably where we crossed the zero at. Watch this, watch this. I haven't even moved that thing down yet. Now we crossed the zero right there. So yeah, you got, this is basically the mega spot. Once that thing runs all the way out of energy, this is basically where it, you know, resets at, right? And that's where you can expect this thing to be north of the 1.6 at. Again, I normally don't even show charts like this, much less talk through them for 20 minutes. But I think we're getting to the point now. I've noticed a lot of people are, you know, really starting to understand the energy and the resonance and the fractals. And then you got, you know, enlightened brothers like Mr. Savan Bowman, you know what I'm saying, talking about cryptocurrency. So I want to share at least my perspective on, you know, the energy cycles inside these charts, as opposed to just coming on and, you know, jumping around and, you know, doing some game shows, you know, with some cool graphics. Like this is actually the resonance in the market, right? You do have a quick cool off right here, but you have so much positive momentum built into it and so many cycles completing that, again, if we take the path of least resistance, it is to continue moving in the path that we came from. And that has been an upward trajectory since that node right there, right? So as long as we're above this blue for any significant time, then that node still stands, right? And if we were going to be below this blue, it would need to be after that line for it not to stand, for basically it to cancel out. Because then we're out of the cycle and we're broken, which means we need to find a new cycle. So I hope that helps you guys, you know, just to start to understand how this energy works, how it all comes together. Long story short, BCH is a definite buy. You got a lot of energy completing in this micro cycle, and you do have the boss method confirmation on it. but just start to look at, the intersections and the agreement of the different lines. One last thing you should note is that although, this does appear to be a cool off correction period, what just happened behind the scenes is probably one of the most notable breakout formations. And that is when a 77 finally comes above the 231 on a 343. A lot of people don't know about that. Wall Street don't know about that one yet. But once that happens, this basically gives this thing enough energy to go at least to that next Fibonacci zone, if not above it. And that's where it comes from. That's basically the chart confirming from the inside that it's ready to go higher, right? So the fact that you're able to buy it on a down, knowing that that's going to push it up, is like free money, right? And you can see, like, on a different scale, it basically drew out the exact same way. So I hope this was helpful, you guys. Again, bossofbitcoin.com. We do have a few resources over there. If you're in the chat right now, do me a favor, shout your country out. I am going to come back to you guys in about 30 seconds. Somebody said, are you swing trading Bitcoin to the USD? No. Bitcoin is far too volatile and far too valuable for us to trade outright, right? It's kind of like breathing in, what is it, like pure oxygen? Something like that. Like, even though it sounds like a good idea, you'll die in like 30 seconds. It's just too dangerous, right? So we have to breathe in like a diffused oxygen with like all these trace elements and all that stuff in there. Mainly because that's what we can tolerate. So as a result, I swing trade the altcoins, which are much, much more predictable, much, much more, linear as a derivative of Bitcoin, even though they're intrinsically tied to it. And as a result, I accumulate Bitcoin. And with that profit, then I'm able to achieve the same objective. The number one goal, accumulate as much Bitcoin as fast as possible, right? I've been saying this since Bitcoin was $800, $900. Now it's $18,000, $19,000. Goal still stands the same, right? Get as much as you can, as fast as you can, right? How do we do that? We do that by trading the altcoins. Every single altcoin we do, we win. Boss method statistically proves us that, and when we know things like this are happening, we can double down, boom, boom, make 30%, cash it out, take it to the next one, right? Like a boss. Bossofbitcoin.com. Somebody's got to be the boss, right? Here, you go on that website, you go see that man in the red, white, and blue, suited and booted, looking like the American dream. They said financial freedom should be free. So this is one of the things I did for you guys. I have a few packages: Dream Team, the Profit Package, Cryptopolis. You can go to the website, check out which one you like, which one you want to dance with. And it's money making, man. It's different methodologies, different ideologies, and different practicalities for all of these reports. I don't need to go through them every video, but just know that they are there and they are available if you choose to do that. One-on-one meetings with BK are packing up. I think I'm booked all the way through February. So just know that, more products, services, platforms will be making themselves available in the upcoming year, building out an alert service, a few other products with West Coast Ray. Shout out, to the big homie out in LA. We bringing some things together on the back end. So, it's just an exciting time, guys. This is definitely a transition. It's some money moving on the horizon. So as that happens, do not be afraid. Do not be frightened. Don't let the bobbleheads on CNN tell you not to get in, that it's a scam, that it's a fraud. You look at them and tell them your greenback dollar is a fraud and it's backed on more terrorism than Bitcoin ever was. You know what I'm saying? Make sure the Sophia bot for YouTube knows that, right? So there you go. There you go. That's what you got to look forward to. You know what I'm saying? Somebody's got to be the boss, right? And if I got to be the voice for the people, well, then damn it, I'm going to be the voice for the people. And guess what? My people need to get paid, right? And so that's what we're doing every day. And the #1 Bitcoin group in the world, come on in. The doors are always open. Shout out to Big Ben. I'm going to get you paid right now. But until then, let's go ahead and shout our people out. See who we got right now. Big Lev holding it down for Cape Town. Thanks for joining us, man. Hopefully you making some money, Lev. We should jump on a meeting or something just so I can meet up with you. I want to make sure my people getting paid. Lev been here since like 400 subscribers. You know what I'm saying? Big Lev. South Africa's in the building. Canada, India, UK. What up? Colorado Springs, Dubai. You You know what I'm saying? BK is in Dubai right now. That's what's up. Singapore, Texas, Poland. Let's see. Secret Touch said, feeling the fractal breakdown. Thank you. Thank you. You know, this is not sacred knowledge. This is esoteric knowledge, and it's inherent. Esoteric is inherent with every energy being in this universe, and that's what universe is. One verse, one word, one sound, one vibe. You know what I'm saying? So that's all the logic carries through. You know what I'm saying? 1 + 2 = 3. You know, 1 = 1. My energy equals your energy, as above, so below, from the earth to the earth. You know, all this stuff we learn that every human knows. Nobody knows where it came from, but every human knows these core values. That's because it's ingrained in our makeup, right? So here we go. Another Cape Town in the building. Ireland, Texas, New York, Tijuana, Mexico. I haven't seen that before. What up, Big Nick? Thank you for joining us. Redondo Beach, Cali said they boss walking on the West Coast. H-Town, what up? Fort Worth, Texas, Kenya, and Czech Republic. That being said, guys, it's that time of the day. Signing out. This the boss. Your boy BK, no matter where you stay. Brazil, the Bay, or California. All the way back up through jerk money. Good night, good morning, and good day. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for your time. Please subscribe and share this video. Copy and paste the URL. Text it to one person you care about so that person can change their life. Do that for me if you appreciate mine. Till we meet again, stay cryptic, y'all. What up, Shy? I see you up there. Sacktown. Peace.